Hey everybody, Michael Pilhofer here, Technique Hub on MSP Fitness TV. We're going to be talking something near dear to my heart, which is the sport of weightlifting, and more in particular this video, our first of a three-part series on the clean. We're going to bring these videos to you as if I would be presenting the clean to a new client or a new athlete. So we're going to start with this first video on establishing just some of the baselines around the receiving position for the clean, which is going to be the intricacies around the front squat. From there then, again, unique to the clean versus other types of lifts, we're going to look at the start position. So let's get at it. You see Taylor here behind me getting warmed up, so let's check in with him and get started. So as we spoke about, the whole idea of why we're going to start with the front squat is that this is the receiving position for the clean. So let's just get into the kind of those fine details of what we're looking for. From the ground up, we want to make sure that you know where your feet need to be, meaning just that we're going to generalize slightly shoulder-ish width, toes out. And then here at MSP Fitness, we like to convey this concept of that flat foot or a tripod foot where you're considering the heel, the base of the big toe, and the base of the pinky. And just being aware of what that full foot, that's going to make more sense down the road here when we put it all together with the full clean. Now, from the rack position, bare minimum, I want to see wrists outside of elbows, outside of shoulders, with the upper arm parallel to the floor. Now, taking it a step further into the unique considerations towards the goal of the clean, I'm going to encourage you to think about taking as wide of grip possible that still allows those points to happen with that upper arm parallel. And here's why. As he unracks it and drops it down to the hip position, the goal is with that wide position, we want to encourage the bar to get as high into the crease of the hip as possible. If you look where the bar sits on Taylor now, as he takes that grip closer in, you'll see that that bar drops about 2 inches. So based on the metric of how wide you can go on the bar relative to that front squat rack, he knows that his pinky is going to sit right around the ring, and you can use those indentation points on the bar to give you that same setup and that awareness of where it's supposed to be. So as he brings it back in, let's just have Taylor take us through a good kind of set of front squats so we can see how it's all going to be put together. So as Taylor comes in, again, he knows exactly where his hands need to be, that wide grip, upper arms parallel to the floor, footwork on the money, and then it's kind of like he's thinking in terms of like squatting in an elevator shaft. So you're thinking straight down, straight up, elbows always tall, leading out of the hole, flat feet, just a really solid position. Again, this all leads right into that next step of how we're going to talk about this being the receiving position to the full clean. All right, we've made it to the setup. We're going to talk ground up again, footwork, pulling position. Man, it's going to be different for everybody, but what I can tell you is most likely will always be narrower than where you're going to be receiving or that front squat position. So it will evolve over time, be patient with it, but it's going to be different for taller athletes, shorter athletes, different limb, and just simply comfort zone. So just be prepared to let that kind of evolve. Taylor knows where he needs to be, so from that position, he's just going to simply plop on down. What is this going to do? This is going to drive his shins fully forward, maxing out that dorsiflexion and allowing him just to kind of get his feel of where his base is, thinking about that tripod foot. Now, he's going to take a grip on the bar where? He's going to think right back to where we established that rack position in the first part of the video, making sure he's gripping it in the same exact location with the hook grip, by the way. And then the last piece, with that bar coming close into proximity with his shin, he's going to imagine there's like a bungee cord attached to the nape of his neck, and he's just going to pull himself tall straight up to the ceiling, taking the slack out of the arms. What's that going to do? That's going to get him in his start position. Here it is. Some points to consider are foot nice and solid on the floor, possibly a little bit biased towards the front of the foot, shoulders at or just slightly ahead of the hands, hips above knees, chest tall, head and eyes looking onto the horizon. So if he steps away and just kind of sets up one more time, we'll just talk through that setup. He's going to approach the bar, get his feet where he needs them to be, plop on down, max that shin angle out, take his grip, hook grip, chest up tall, slack out of the arms, heading on the horizon. Now he's ready to rock. So this is going to conclude that first of our three-part series on the clean. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Check us out at mspfitness.com. And of course, you're going to want to check out the second and third video in this series. Have a great day.